Hey everyone, it's me Alice, and this video is going to be on how to make a pentacle um, out of just some wood. And what you're going to need is some wood. You're going to need some graphite paper, some paint brushes, and you're going to need something to make a circle, and you're also going to need um, a star, or if you have the capability, you can print out a you can print out a pentacle and actually take that and then put that one to your like I just had a wood piece that I painted that you can take on your, and you can trace it on here using the graphite paper. And you can see how to trace graphite paper onto some wood, I think, and that is how to make an altar part 2. But then I'm just going to show you how I made my own pentacle right here, and when I come back. So once you have the wood piece painted, or whatever you're going to paint it up, you're going to take some graphite paper and make sure that you get the correct color depending on whatever color you decided to paint the background. So if it's a light colored background, you're going to want to use a dark piece of graphite. If it's a dark colored background, you're going to want to use the white piece. And then if you painted it in the other color, you're going to just want to make sure that you kind of eyeball it. And when you're working with graphite paper, just make sure that you're really careful. And graphite paper is pretty reusable. And you're going to want to place a circle kind of in the middle, just like that. And you're going to want to take a pen my pen will quit. Hold on. And then you just draw around just like that. Pretty and so. And you lift it up, and it doesn't have to be perfectly in the center. I think that's pretty good. Now, my pentacle is actually, my star that I'm going to be using to trace out my pentacle is actually smaller than my circle. So I'm actually going to freehand this here onto my piece. And it's going to be painted over, so don't worry that you're marking on it. If you can find, if you have, like, if it fits in, then you don't have to worry about these next steps that I'm about to have to make up on the fly. Something cool like that, right? Nope, that's a painless way you can paint everything and make a mistake. Just like that. Now, most pentacles are actually kind of sharp, but it's not a horrible, horrendous thing if it's not. Now I'm going to take this smaller circle and kind of line it up with the edges of my star that I just drew. And this is not going to be perfect. I already know it's not, but it's homemade, so it's not going to kill me. And just going to draw around just like that. Just like that. There we go. Now, in order to get because I can always paint outside of this to make it even, you can see. Now, in order to get the points like you saw here, it's actually really, really easy. You just take what you were using and you just sketch, and you can kind of eyeball it, actually, just like I'm doing, just like that. And just kind of eyeball. And you can make it as thick or as thin as you want, and just go around. And this is the part where you can actually make it, you know, the pointy parts if you want. When you're painting it, you can actually go ahead and do that. And like I said, if you actually have a pinnacle, or if you can blow one up, I don't have that capability to do. Um, you can actually blow it up to the exact size that you need it if you have the printer or the copier, scanner type deal to do that. There you go. And then that's the inside that you see. Then what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and draw right back in the middle. Is kind of make it come up just a little bit from where the edges are. Use the outside edges, as a matter of fact, and just kind of quick line those up. Then you're going to want to take the outside edges and then line those up. And I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but it's actually really easy to do this if you have a star pattern that you have. Make this a little bit darker for you guys. Oh, I didn't think it was center. Easiest way. And it's amazing how once you have the first pattern done, you can actually just follow it, and you can fix it yourself. There you go. And where's my top? There you go. Just like that. And then you have your pinnacle. And then of course all you're gonna do is, quite simply put, just paint. And then is just what you're going to do is you're just going to paint, and then you can even out anything that may be wrong, such as like this is off center, but that's okay. The ends aren't exactly the most pointy things in the world, but then that's okay. And then you can just use paint to just even things out however you want. Of course, you can paint your pinnacle whatever color you want. There's no set color. I'm going to be using silver because I happen to really like silver. You can use gold, you can use bronze, you can paint different points, whatever colors you want. It's really up to you, however you want to do it. It is perfectly fine. Alrighty, so I'm going to just go ahead and start painting my pinnacle, and then I think my next video is going to be how to make wands out of a dowel rod. I am still looking for I'm still looking for the perfect size branch to make one out of, and I also want to make one out of glass, and I also want to make one out of some copper piping. But right now, I'm going to show you how to make one out of a dowel rod if you kind of really have no idea how to make a wand at all. All right, bye.